Hello my dear friends, very good evening from Slovakia. My name is Paul. Oscar Mike 0 Echo Tango is my amateur radio call sign, and welcome to this Q&A live stream, questions and answers. And today we are going to talk about the Si4732 or mini ATS receiver. I have here the latest model of the ATS mini receiver, and this is currently the model version 2.S or 2S model, which is the latest model with all updates and upgrades being done on this receiver, and I think this is currently the most advanced, the Si4732 mini receiver. So today live stream will be really about the questions and answers. I will turn on the radio, and when there is no any answers or questions, sorry, I will just listen to this receiver. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will try to answer, of course, if I know the answer. So very good evening to you all, guys, and I'm turning my camera back to the radio. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the mini ATS receiver. It can be purchased also with this little stand, and after the live stream I will put the links for this stand and also for this receiver. It is very important to mention that there are so many sellers currently on internet, and it's very hard to find if this is a genuine seller or if it's something like a fake seller. I have noticed that some sellers are telling that this is a third version and so on. And when people order this radio, they realize that it doesn't the version 2 or 3, but it is the very first version 1, and they are disappointed. Therefore, I really recommend to follow links which are given from good sources. I'm in contact with the manufacturer of this receiver, so if you are looking for a really genuine product, just follow the link what I provide, or maybe also other YouTubers. So for the first thing, I would like to mention what is actually new on this latest version of ATS Mini. This knob is not original knob, as it is my knob, but also the manufacturer start selling also these knobs. So you can also order these knobs from the genuine seller. I like this knob, it's really good. It's aluminium, and it has a pretty good grip, so pretty good feeling while tuning. Next big update or upgrade of this receiver is the case or casing or wherever is made of not 3D printed case, but this is plastic or molded technology, I think. molded plastic technology, more advanced, more precise. You see that details, how well is it made. So is it no more 3D printed case. I'm still talking about the 2S version. 2S version. So no 3D printed case. Also the same USB-C. You can see this precisely made case around the USB-C. It is really good. SMA connectors as usual. I'm using non-original antenna. This is antenna from Malahite DSP2. I find this antenna more sturdy. Okay, next thing on the new version is that it includes already the battery drain or draining issue. This was in the second version of this receiver. The problem when you turned off the radio, and after a couple of days you found this radio is, or the battery is empty. This issue was in the version 2 after new circuits being added in on the PC board as the high Z circuit, and also speakerphone or headphone amplifier, which is missing in the very first version. Also firmware is new here. I think it's 1.28 if I'm not wrong. As you can see, I've connected this radio to a local Wi-Fi. I created access point on my phone, so the radio is connecting. Okay, let me show you the firmware version. So here is it. As you can, that version 2.28, sorry, yeah, it's 2.28. So this version comes with receiver if you buy it from a seller. I think it's currently very good receiver, very good firmware, very nice features there. I think, is it not worth to explain all the features there? I think you have seen many videos already about the features, how you can get those features from the menu and so on. But if you have any question regarding some features, just let me know down in the comments. And well, that's it. So this is the new version of this ATS 120. So let me show you also this tiny 3D printed stand. As you can see, also AMNVOLT. So the same manufacturer as the manufacturer of this receiver. You see that on the back side we have window for speaker. Of course, this is 3D printed product, so it's not as nice as this plastic molded casing, of course. But I believe that maybe manufacturer will create also the stand for this receiver by molded technology, plastic molded technology. So you can see that it's very simple to input there. It's a place for the switch, also full opening for the screen, and also place for tuning knob and speakerphone or headphone. Just the problem maybe if you are charging, there is no hole for charging LED or LED indication, but maybe I can drill the hole here and well, it's done. Okay, so let me see what you write into the chat. Good evening to you all, guys. Yeah, the battery in mine drains went off. Does yours? As I told before, this is an issue of the second version. In this version 2S, this is the second version S or 2S version, this issue has been fixed. Well, there are some diagrams, schematics, or explanations how you can very easily to fix this issue. You just need to scratch one tiny trace on the PC board, and you can make a little short between this trace and the other one, which is right next to this trace. It's very simple, and you can find how to do on internet. But I can also put the link how you can fix this issue on your receiver, but after this live stream. So you will find the link after this live stream down in the video description. All right, let me read more, maybe questions. William, I have got 3 of them and the screen is superb on them. Yeah, that's right. Screen is, I would say, pretty high resolution screen. You can see that in detail that it is really high definition or high resolution display. I'm not sure what I set the brightness now. Yeah, it's on 50%, so it's also very bright. So this is the maximum of the brightness. So it's also very bright, even on the sunshine, which is good. It is okay, it's quite good now. I think it's too much shiny. It is not touch display, okay, and therefore the visibility is much better when it's not touch display. Michal Beroun, nešlo by to po slovensky, lebo kanál je medzinárodný, vieš, no tak sa nehnevaj. Potom budú titulky neskôr, tak si vieš na počítači preložiť. Po slovensky by to pozeralo 10 ľudí. Takže asi toľko. Okay, William, yes, I was considering swapping the battery. No, the battery is not an issue. Tom, hey Tom, you purchased version 2 and find it amazing. Only played with it for a short time. That's pity, actually, but this is a portable radio. As you can see, the size is really minuscule, so it's really small radio for the pocket. Just I think a little disadvantage is that the tuning knob, it's bulky, as you see. So if you want to put this radio into pocket, I believe that, well, this knob is too bulky for the pocket. So maybe this is a little detail, sorry. All right, is there any question? Hello Paul, how are you? Thank you for your live stream about the awesome radio. I can see the little symbol of stereo reception on FM radio. Do you have some tips for this? Okay, let me see. I know that there are some settings regarding the RDS, but this is not about, is it not about stereo, of course, but let me tune the FM band. All right, we are Jeff, and the local station here is on 96.6. It is a very strong station, and as you can see, I have a stereo icon right here next to the FM. So, well, I don't know why you don't see that. Maybe if you set the bandwidth too small, let me set the bandwidth here to the minimum. Now it's on auto, and I will set to 40 kilohertz, but you see that the stereo is still there. So I don't know what the version maybe you have. Maybe try to install the latest version of this firmware, and maybe you will be happy also with this stuff. But as you can see, my stereo icon is there. I don't know. Okay, next. Or maybe you don't have a proper signal that you don't see stereo. I don't know. Okay, next. Can it be Bluetooth to speaker? Well, this radio actually does the Wi-Fi connection, but I'm worried that there is no circuit. There is no circuitry made on PC board which allows you to connect this radio over the Bluetooth speaker, over the Bluetooth to speaker. So there is no such an option because of missing hardware inside the radio. Okay, so that's the issue. I think this is not an issue of the software. This is an issue of the hardware in this radio. So no Bluetooth, direct Bluetooth connection with speaker. Unfortunately, that would be good. All right, you can't go wrong for the price. Spend more on a burger. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, the price for this radio is really small, and maybe one dinner is the price of this radio. Definitely, yes. So if you have a problem with battery drain, you can actually buy the new one and the latest model, and it will be for sure good. All right, next. How to determine the upgraded version again. Okay, let me explain again how you can find if you have the latest version. This is this plastic molded casing. This is the biggest point. And you can see that this is the latest version. You can see how clean is this window for speaker. If you compare it with 3D printed, you see the difference, clear difference between 3D printed and molded casing. So this is one sign that you have the latest version. The difference between version 1 and version 2 is that the version 1 is just a black version of this casing. There are no these red markings on it, and there is no AMNVOLT on here. It's just the radio is written here on this left side. So if you have receiver with the radio on the left side, you have clearly version 1. If you have the AMNVOLT, and if you see that the casing is 3D printed, you have the version 2, and most possibly you have also, or not most possibly, but sometimes it happens that you have a drain issue. On the very first pieces of the very first batch, it was happening that people get the radios with this issue. But is it not happening in this upgraded version 2, which is version 2S? This is the version 2S, the latest version with this new casing and upgraded hardware inside. So that's my answer. How you can find if you have what version. Hi Paul, where is the location where you are? Have tried to listening you when... Oh, I lost the message. Listening you when you transmit, but no luck so far. Need a bigger antenna. I'm located in eastern part of Slovakia. Slovakia is a small state in Central Europe. We are bordering with Ukraine, Poland and Hungary. So maybe if you are in the silent zone, you are not able to listen to me on shortwaves. If you are maybe in Hungary or Czech Republic or Poland and so on. Glenn Force, have you done the conversion with this radio yet? You can connect this radio to ATS 20 Plus and get much better audio as it uses the ATS 20 speaker. There is a video showing the conversion on YouTube. I'm not sure, Glenn, what conversion you mean, but I can connect the audio cable to any speaker. And but there is no Bluetooth. There is no Bluetooth connection with a speaker for the speaker. So no, I didn't watch this video yet, as you mentioned. Hello, Paul. Also have ATS Mini version 2. I do not like it at all due to the fact that he is very noisy, even without an antenna. How to reduce noise? I don't think that the noise you can reduce in any way. I think the noise is a standard thing of this radio, as this radio is based on a standard shortwave receiver chip, which is the Si4732, and the noise is coming from this chip. So many other Chinese radios have built in the same chip, so I don't think so that you can do anything with the noise there. Maybe to change the speaker, or not to change the speaker, but you can connect some bigger speaker to this radio via the 3.5mm audio jack. But yeah, also one thing I forgot to mention, that the version 2 uses a much better speaker on the back. the speaker on the back in the version 2 is higher quality and sounds better. Of course, it's not ideal, as the speaker is very small, tiny, but it's better if you compare it with the very first version of this receiver. Also, I have seen some other stands for this receiver which transferred this audio to the front. Very nice feature, and you may find such stands on internet, that it is printed some kind of audio canal, and it's getting to the front of it, so you can hear the sound from the front of this receiver, not just from the back. This is also a very good thing. All right, next question. Okay, Glenn, that conversion is not needed. Give you a better casing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. If you have something better speaker, you can get much better voice or sound from it. The radio itself is not very noisy. The noisy is the speaker on the back, because it's very small. All right. Do you enjoy it better than Glenn? It will definitely look better anyway. I broke mine by lifting the track, then found out you can just go away with the chip altogether. All the soldering is tiny. Yeah, it happened to me also that I very needed the Si4732 chip, so I didn't have any. I think I was upgrading the Quansheng UVK5 transceiver. I somehow broke or whatever a chip on the modification module, and I really needed very fast, quickly Si4732 chip. So I removed the chip from the very first version of this receiver, and then I ordered a new ones, which came after one or a few weeks, and I replaced the chip back again. Okay, next question. I was wondering if there is a better battery than the stock battery. The LiPo battery inside is only 800 milliamp hour battery, very small battery, small capacity, and therefore also if you are using Wi-Fi connection, and long time Wi-Fi connection will drain the battery faster because of higher power consumption of the receiver. Therefore, there is an option that, and it is very good option, if you go to settings and Wi-Fi options. Let me find them. So here you have a few options. Access point only. This is for remote configuration, so you can configure settings in this radio through your cell phone. If you connect to the access point, and the access point is this radio itself, or if you connect access point and the radio itself will be connected to a local Wi-Fi network, and connect. This is only connect. So this is in my case. The radio is only connected to my local network. And this is the sync only. This is what I was talking about. The sync only feature is to save the battery, save the power consumption. It will connect only after you turn on the radio. And after synchronization, the Wi-Fi will turn off. Very smart. Okay, one thing about this very new firmware and this radio, there is something what I didn't know a long time. If you go to settings, and if you have connected your radio to a local Wi-Fi network, you have here the load EIBI data. The EIBI data is a very good thing. As you can see, I'm loading the schedule into the radio through the Wi-Fi network. This is the list of the shortwave broadcast stations. So if you go, or if you are shortwave listener, this is a very, very good tool for you. You will find what station are you currently listening to. After you download the schedule, I will show you how it looks like. It is for shortwave bands. Let me see the next questions. All right. Hello, Paul. How you're well? Keep up the good work with your videos. Thank you very much, Hagrid, for your support. Hello, Warhawk. Now our FPV, my firmware is 1.01. I need update? Yeah, definitely yes. Definitely yes. It's a really big shift from, or change between 1.01 and 2.28. I think this is not the latest one. I think there is 29 or 30 even currently, with some minor changes. William, it's Electro Banana. Video on the conversion is really good. Oh, I mean, yeah, I think I've seen this video. The conversion, you mean like he made a bigger... Yes, I know what you are currently talking about. I know, yeah, he make a bigger case for it, bigger speaker, and so yes, I know, but I don't find this very useful for me, as I am looking for as small radio as it is possible, and there is no point to make small radio bigger, because this is the point of this mini ATS radio, that it's miniature, is really small, and you can put this radio into pockets. And for me, there is no point to make it bigger. But it's yeah, it's nice. It's nice actually job to play with this radio and transfer it to something else, and playing with these radios. Okay, next question. I have the upgraded version 3S, which is the same as your version 2S. Well, I think that the only version 2S exists and the version 3S doesn't, but maybe misinterpretation or something. But as far as I know, it's the version 2S. But maybe I'm wrong, okay? Okay. I have tried to listen to you in Finland and no luck so far. Well, maybe it's no good propagation when I'm on the radio between Slovakia and Finland. It is changing all the time, day from day, hour and hour. I might return to the Project Glenn, as I have a few of them lying around. Okay, you don't get the battery drain problem either with the conversion, as it uses ATS 20 battery. But the drain problem is still there. if you connect a bigger battery or not. You just need to scratch one trace on the PC board and this problem will be fixed. Does it affect receive when on charge? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't try it. So I don't know to answer to this question. And maybe yes, if you have very noisy chargers, so it will be bad. I have tried to listen to you in Finland and no luck so far. You could do separate video where you recommend antennas which are good with this model. I found the best antenna for this radio, my magnetic loop antenna or any other magnetic loop antenna, as it is a tuned antenna for a specific frequency, and there is no any problem with overloading receiver input or something like that. But you can also use a piece of wire. You can use a dipole for it as well. I think you will be happy with it. But I'm also happy with this vertical whip antenna. This is not very long. Quite good antenna also. I can get many stations here. Have you thought about trying yeah, this alternative firmware? I try it. Comes with RTTY and CW decoding and some other fun extras. Yes, I try it, this firmware, but I found this firmware better for me. But this is on my personal preferences. Yeah, but I tried it. And it looks pretty good with a tiny spectrum scope here in this part of the screen. iPol installed the version 2.30 and is present scanner function which shows a similar spectrum that shows the radio activity tested in AM emissions. That's nice. Yeah, I thought that there is already a new version 230, so that's good. Maybe I will upgrade it also very soon. Okay guys, so let me show you the AIBI, how it works. So as you can see that the database has been downloaded into radio, and I need to turn the brightness down. It's too bright. Okay. It's getting dark already here. So AIBI, let's go to the band shortwaves, and all right, here, and you can see Radio Prague and also BBC on the frequency 13650. Let me see if I can hear something. I think this is the Smirnaya radio set. I hear Russian language. So China Radio International.
Non successeron bis la liquidam intellectam paron inter homai tendensoi cae cielai decretoi. Mi opinis de moralo estes pardo de la homa naturo kiam egoismai appetitoi. Per la biologia
Voice of Turkey. Very weak.
But he stuck with him. You know, he even with the United States military, he was very
and the Radio China, I think,
in his ideas
or Voice
about
Korea.
fighter tactics and fighter airplanes. At a time when the United States military was telling him, "We don't need fighter airplanes. The bombers can do it all." But yet he stuck to it, and if he had gone along with the military, he could have been promoted.
You can hear the sound produced by the only speaker on the back
But
side.
he didn't feel that way. He felt very strongly that if the United States were ever to get into another conflict after World War I, that the fighter airplanes would be, necessary. And then he was able. He had the opportunity to come to China and to prove.
I don't know how it sounds like on your side, guys. You can tell me if you hear the sound from the radio clearly or
that was one of the reasons
not.
the
Let me know.
military asked him to retire. So he comes to a foreign country, to a foreign people. He doesn't.
CNR 7, Raider Bay area. Not strong. And again, this China radio. I think the China radio is everywhere. This is Nashville, Tennessee, but no signal here at all. Here is my version 2.28. Yeah, this model actually, upgraded model comes with the audio amplifier built in, so it was missing in the version 1 and also early version 2. But in the version 2S, it is built in already and the sound is louder. Okay, let me tune some amateur radio bands. So I just wanted to show you how this works. If you download the list, this is this EIBI feature. Then you can see the names of. Oh gosh, I pushed download schedule again. But you need to connect your radio to Wi-Fi, otherwise it doesn't work. Now I can't do anything because I pushed downloading the EIBI schedule. There is a question, is narrow FM with 10 meter band possible? No, it doesn't. There is no FM within whole shortwave bands range. The FM is only wide FM on FM broadcast. The reason is that the chip, the Si4732 chip, is not equipped with the FM decoder for shortwaves. Yes, the list is there even when I turn off the radio. It is stored in EEPROM. So you can download it once, but I don't know how actual the list is then. So I recommend to download time to time a new fresh list of these stations. So I'm going down to the amateur radio bands and single sideband. Let me check 11 meters CB band. And 555. Instead of Birdie, I don't hear any station here, so I suppose that the band propagations on 11 or 10 meters are currently closed. So I'm going down to 20. This is this slow scan television channel 230. Is it also written on the screen? But the conditions today are terrible. Maybe 40 meter will be open. I'm going to disconnect Wi-Fi on my radio. I want to save the battery. So I set the sync only, and you will see that the Wi-Fi icon will disappear. You see? But I still have set the sync only. So when I turn off the radio and when I turn on the radio, you will see here the synchronization process. And then the Wi-Fi icon will turn off again, and you save the battery. You see? Connecting to Wi-Fi network, and it has been synchronized, and Wi-Fi is turned off. So this is my recommended setting. Also, this radio provides very good feature, which is the calibration. When you buy the new radio, if you buy the radio and it's new, most probably you don't have properly calibrated the BFO on this receiver. And therefore, if you go to, for example, 20 meter, a single sideband, you can hear these crazy sounds, like a Mickey Mouse. And therefore, there is a feature which calls a calibration in settings. If you go to settings and calibration, and here you can calibrate this BFO to a correct sound. But I need to get more voice. And the very good thing is that calibration you need to do on every single band, because this calibration is stored for each band. Okay, so if you calibrated frequency on 20 meter, it will be not calibrated on 40 meter. So you need to go to 40 and calibrate the frequency again. But when you come back to 20, the first calibration will be applied on the radio, and you don't need to do anything anymore with this radio. It will be stored, and it will be stored even when you turn off and turn on your radio. Okay, that is a very good feature. So now you can see these Mickey Mouse sounds on the bag, and let me perform this calibration through this feature, settings, calibration. It's very weak. All right, now I think it's much better. Here. Is no more Mickey Mouse sound. Okay, one very good feature is wideband receiver feature. So if you go to band, and if you select all, where is the all? Here is all. Okay, select all, and in this mode you can freely tune your radio from 150 kilohertz up to 30 megahertz. But it is very slow if you want to go from long waves to short waves, for example. And now I will show you how you can use this all mode on this radio very easily. If you push this tuning knob and rotate, look at this. If I push this tuning knob, again, push and hold, okay? So I push and hold, and I'm tuning. What happened? I pushed that too long. So if you push and rotate, you see this little arrow down there? So you can, that way you can actually change step very quickly. And you can tune kilohertz, megahertz, and you can very quickly go to frequency you want. And short press, it will disappear and you are using the standard steps. So I will show you that again. So if I am in all mode, and if I want to go from CB band down to long waves, I don't need to rotate this knob as this. I just push and hold, rotate the knob, and tuning down to long waves. All right, now again. And I'm on long waves, very quickly. 225, that's a Polish radio on long waves.
W osadach i w glebie cały czas jest wyższy niż przed eutrofizacją na początku XX wieku. Czyli wracając do pytania, czy można temu zapobiec, no działania
You can also change the bandwidth.
na pewno się przyczyniły
It's 3
do tego,
kHz
że
now.
sytuacja przestała się pogarszać. Natomiast Morze Bałtyckie, mimo że jest małym morzem, jednak jest bardzo
4
dużym
kHz,
zbiornikiem.
4 kHz.
I tutaj jakieś takie działania naprawcze są bardzo skomplikowane. Też jest to utrudnione przez to, że
Is there
morze
any
nie należy do jednego
Spectrum and
kraju,
Waterfall
więc żeby
Planet
podjąć
for
jakieś
upcoming
działania,
updates?
jeśli byłyby w ogóle możliwe, bo
It
na
was
razie nie są metody, które
written
można by zastosować
just
w Morzu Bałtyckim.
while ago that version 2.3 includes also the spectrum scope, but no waterfall.
Polega ten twój projekt, bo to jest projekt Morskiego Instytutu Rybackiego, którym
scan option
ty dowodzisz,
in
którym się
2.3.
opiekujesz.
Tak, ja się opiekuję częścią
Let me check the
polską. Ten projekt
scan
jest we
option here.
współpracy z moimi partnerami z Czech. To jest Instytut Mikrobiologii, Czeskiej
But
Akademii
I
Nauk
need to use the squelch
oraz
if
z
I want to
Niemiec. To
use
jest Instytut
sync
Badań
feature.
Śródlądowych. I to jest doktor
Where is the
Christian
squelch?
Wiena Alemany i profesor Hans-Peter Grossart. I myśmy napisali wspólnie ten projekt, żeby badać, jak takie wyjątkowe bakterie
Alright, squelch is activated. And now I can use the seek feature. I hope so. It doesn't work, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. But it does work on FM. It's not working on shortwaves, maybe? I don't know. But if we go to the FM, let's try the FM. FM and squelch. Where is squelch? I know. I just find out how to use it. So let's go back to shortwave. Sorry, I just remind it. Go band. Go all. All right, squelch. It doesn't work squelch now. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, now it's working. Squelch is working. So if you go to seek, and now the radio, it doesn't work at all, but you need to rotate the knob and to tell the radio direction of scanner. So if you turn the knob to right, it will be upwards scanning, and to the left, it will scanning downwards. Huh? No? No? So it's working only in FM. So let's try FM. But yeah, this is how it works. And squelch. Wow, it's not working. Yeah, I think so, that N is a noise to signal ratio. All right, now is this squelch, and I select the seek, and I turn the knob, and it doesn't work. So maybe, guys, you know, you can tell me how I can activate the seek feature. Okay, let me see more questions there. What does the 25N means? Okay, this is the noise to signal ratio, I think so. Yeah, so the better signal you receive, the better sound, the higher is this number. Seek not working with USB, only AM. All right, I have a, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, I am on USB. That is my mistake. Okay, I didn't realize that. So let me go back to mode and AM. Yeah, that will work. That will work now. All right, seek. Yeah, not working. USB again. Oh gosh. Mode, AM. No, but yep, finally. Wow. It works.
Egységen kívül mi volt az a
And now downwards. All right, so we find it. All right, so that's the seek feature. Yeah, you need to be in AM mode to get it work. Okay, next, could you save the live? What you mean, could I save the live? I don't know what you mean. Paul, would it be possible to see the PCB in your version 3? My version 3 looks the same externally, but still has the battery drain issue. If you have the battery drain issue, it is the version 2. Mine is version 2S. Somebody call it like version 3, but this is the version 2S. I just can't show you that. I don't have a screwdriver with me here. I'm in the garden, so I don't have a tools with me, but yeah, there are plenty videos about this on internet. No 9 kilohertz step option. Yeah, of course it is a 9 kilohertz step. Yeah, the live stream will be saved, of course. Live stream will be saved. After the live stream, you will find it on my YouTube channel. Yes, sure, it has 9 kilohertz step. You need to select it. I'm going to 40 meters. to calibrate. Oh, my antenna. My antenna is this short whip antenna. This antenna has been purchased together with the Mala 8 DSP2 receiver. It is SMA antenna. No, the version 1.01 doesn't have this feature that you can turn off the screen. Yeah, if you long press the tuning button, you will turn off the screen and possibly save your battery.
Слушай, Антон, никак Так. Радио Зинаида, 7-й, Ольга, по-моему, это новый позывной, наверное. Добрый вечер. 5-ка, 9-ка, Александр, около Петербурга, на приеме. Да, Сережа, добрый вечер. Ну, отлично, принимаю 5-9, 10 децибел. Вот таким образом. Спасибо за ответ, Сережа. Всего доброго, мира, добра, здоровья, на приеме. Район на 3, Василий, Елена, район. Так, 4, центр, Дима, киловатт. Еще раз. Ага, вот 4, центр, Мария, киловатт. Добрый вечер. 5-ка, 9-ка. In farmacia, se tu ti leggi bene la medicina, vedi che ha fatto di aglia, solo che quella è chimica. Tu puoi usare tranquillamente prodotti naturali. Спасибо тебе, дружище. Я ничего, в представке есть тоже твой тезка.
I'm going to find the NBB signals. Around 400 kilohertz. Step. It's better to use single sidebands. Okay, here is one. Alright, let me try also CW on 40 meters. This is a Pinneberg RTTY signal, very strong on 30 meters. This is 500 Hertz bandwidth. You can see that the radio memorizes also the bandwidth, also the step, and also calibration on each band separately, which is very, very good.
В процессе настройки там укорачивалось, такие дела поем.
Микрофоновки на приеме. На киловатт. РД3 делим на киловатт, 7 прием. Его 8 на киловатт. Добрый вечер, здравствуйте. Чайковском. Пятерка, девятка. Пожалуйста, Александр, слушаю вас.
One Hotel Victor. Delta Golf 8 Lima Quebec 509, mein Name ist Victor, zurück zu dir. Ja, danke für das Nebeneinander. Schönen Abend. Kilo Italy again. Italy 6, Sugar Kilo Italy 5 times, Chicken Over, your number Victor, Delta Delta 1, Hotel Victor.
згризала пола, сині красовиці, мешкиця встатні варгати, дім вризва, печерка скажості, вецінатки рати. Даже опитно вече разбрах, че не трябва фуражирането да се е повече от 3 различни там, защото на първия ред отвън са най-добри, на втория ред
You know this signal, the PEEP signal, Kaplia from Rostov. The signal is always here, but not today. Here it is. But it's not so strong today.
Jak mnie tam maniakiem wybrałeś? Получается, не подарил. Вот так вот, брат, ну подарил тебе, прием. Ты ему купил, ну так что ты переживай, это будет допытан. Вот так слушать.
So as you can see, guys, that as usual today's propagations are not really good at all, and it's a very big problem to find somebody strong on the band. But also I'm using a small vertical whip, but I've tested this whip many times, and I have to say that today propagations are very poor. It's not an issue of the antenna at all. So maybe the geomagnetic storm, or what is it? Only very few and weak stations I can get on 20 meters today. Radio search. You can also buy new radio, the latest version, which is already upgraded, if you don't have any tool for it. All right, so guys, I don't see any questions, so I believe that you enjoyed this live stream today, as it was about this mini ATS receiver. After the live stream, I will keep the video online for everybody who is interested in this tiny receiver. You will see my answer from the beginning of the video over there. And also I will put all the links we have mentioned in the video down in the video description after I finish this live stream. So if you are looking for genuine receiver, not from the fake sellers or something, you can find the link down in the video description after I finish this live stream. Also the link for the stand, also I will try to put the link for the latest firmware if you don't have the latest version, and so on. So I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. And 73, hope to see you soon again. And have a great day. Bye-bye.